On the heels of a strong defeat of background checks in Congress this week, a strong rhetoric today at day 2 of the National Rifle Association's annual meeting.
Our feet are planted firmly in the foundation of freedom, unswayed by the winds of political and media insanity. And to the political and media elites who scorn us, we say, let them be damned.
NBC's Casey Hunt is following it all from the Convention Center in Houston. Casey, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, with background checks being at the heart of the current gun debate in Washington, and in fact, this legislation having been recently defeated in the Senate, does the convention have a celebratory mode, or are they in fight mode?
They are absolutely celebrating this, Mara. The NRA leadership has been up on the stage today at their annual meeting of members. Wayne LaPierre was up there calling this a big victory for the gun lobby. But they're also casting it very carefully as a battle that's part of a larger war. So they want to make sure that they don't get too comfortable with it. And NRA President David Keene actually got up there and acknowledged that they didn't think that they might even get this far back in January after the Newtown shootings. He called the defeat of the background check legislation, quote, an accomplishment that few of us would have predicted back in January, end quote. The members that I've been talking to here say also that they really don't support the background check legislation and that they see it as an undue burden on legal gun owners.
Yeah, NRA is getting a new president. He's already been elected, but he's taking the role on Monday. A couple interesting points about him. He's called President Barack Obama a, quote, fake president. Attorney General Eric Holder rabidly un-American, and he's referring to the U.S. Civil War as the War of Northern Aggression. What can you tell me about the man who will be taking the helm there at the NRA?
Jim Porter, he was on the stage earlier today, actually, and the way he cast this was by saying that President Obama is looking for revenge on NRA members. If you'll remember, during the campaign, Obama made a comment about using your vote as revenge, and that got a lot of criticism on the right. So Jim Porter here today reprising that.
And, Casey, we're hearing that the Boston bombing was brought up at the convention. What was the response to that?
So Wayne LaPierre, the CEO of the NRA, raised the Boston Marathon bombing in his speech today. Let's listen to that.
How many Bostonians wish they had a gun 2 weeks ago? Boston proves it. When brave law enforcement officers did their jobs in that city so courageously, good guys with guns stopped terrorists with guns.
So I've been following this pretty closely, Mara, and the NRA officials confirmed to me that this is the first time that the NRA has raised the Boston Marathon bombing in connection with the gun control fight. So it's an interesting turn. If you'll remember, the two brothers had illegal guns, and that MIT police officer who lost his life was also carrying a gun. And LaPierre's remarks generally were really aggressive, as is his trademark. He said that President Obama was exploiting the Newtown tragedy and that the background check legislation in the Senate would not have prevented Newtown. Mara.
All right. NBC's Casey Hunt in Texas. Thanks so much for that.